Thank you, Sugar Daddy. I also want a fancy car and a nice apartment if you're granting wishes. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Cobra Kai. We're now on to episode 7, which is called Bad Eggs. So, in the last episode, we were introduced to a new set of senseis that were brought over by Silver. We kind of needed some new blood because as far as the movies go, pretty much all the stars from those shows or those movies, if they're still alive, they pretty much have been exhausted. So they needed to kind of dip into a different bag, and I feel like Terry Silver's character was the perfect person to use to bring in brand new blood, a brand new character, somebody we haven't seen before. And we see that it's all based on this, I can't remember the name of it, but the Korean form of martial arts that apparently is the no mercy part of the whole Cobra Kai philosophy. And we see in that last episode that this new sensei was pushing all these new students. She managed to convert one of the former Eagle Fang students because this particular student doesn't like to lose. But Tori's starting to realize that this whole Cobra Kai influence is really like a virus, and that if they can't get Silver out of power soon, he really may succeed in brainwashing a lot of young kids into some really disturbing behavior. So anyway, on the other side of things, Daniel kind of hit a low last episode. He was thinking he was just going to step away from all things karate and try to just give everything over to Silver. But through a little bit of help from his friends and his family, he realizes now that he can't do that. They've got to do what they can to stop Silver, because it's not just going to stop with the dojos. It's going to, expand. It's going to affect all these different areas of life. So Daniel is back into the game, but he's not doing it alone. He's got Chozen and he's got Johnny on his side as well. So now we've got a full-on battle of the valley going on, and so I'm very interested to see where we're going to go from here. So enough talking from me. Let's jump into the episode. But before I do, if this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for coming. I do reactions here to shows like this, so this is something you're interested in. I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button and join the family. We're almost at 10K. We'd love to have you there. And also hit that notification bell so you can know when I do uploads. If you really like what you're seeing here today as well, please give some love to that like button and leave some comments below. It really helps a girl out. And the same goes for those of you who've been here before. Welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. Please join the family if you haven't already. All right, enough talking from me. Let's get into the episode right about now.
All that anyone knows now is Cobra Kai karate. Terry Silver's karate.
Yeah. Ooh, I like the new font. It's the first time we've had a voiceover from Daniel's wife.
Side with Cobra Kai.
Grand opening of our new location. You should come check it out.
No thanks, allergic. Why would you do that right in front?
Drop some.
Like, you could have just put it back on the table. Ooh, are we about to get a swirly? So unhygienic. Oh, no. Oh. No, I can't even watch that. I'm sorry. That's so disgusting. Damn, Kenny, I don't know. You're starting to cross into very, very hard to forgive territory, my friend. Starting to think you need to be right next to your bro. Right next to your bro in juvie.
Someone who knows Silver best.
Hey, you're not talking about who I think you're talking about.
Don't even say.
Chris.
To beat a monster, maybe we meet a monster.
I was saying that there's anybody who knows how to get in Silver's head, like, sadly, the worst, most twisted way is Chris.
Chris might be our best weapon. He's just pointing in the right direction.
It sucks to say. Like, you can't trust Chris as far as you can throw him, but...
You work here? I'd like to buy a car if it's not too inconvenient for you.
Yeah.
Where's Anush? Where's your other staff? Why are you all in here? But I was about to say that Kreese can't be trusted, but Kreese wants the same thing, which is to take down Silver. So it's one of those enemy of my enemy situations.
Yeah, I gave one for karate, that's it.
Oh, come on. I see you staring at her. Well, I thought you guys decided to keep things...
Yeah, she asked for space.
Yeah, well, she did. Something tells me it's about to be 4th of July. Can't believe that piece of shit's on our team.
All right,
relax. Relax, exactly. The assassin has called you. Fall in before he chops your heads off. He's like, come here, American softies.
You train with me. Kyosuke!
Who?
Teacher!
Oh.
Hey!
Wow.
Wow.
So, like, we don't speak Japanese, I'm sorry.
Oh, this is gonna be badass. Check out that throwing knife.
He's not actually going to use it. Or is he?
So these are the rail legs?
No. 22 Joe. 329. Take it.
I like the throwback to the Miyagi style of speaking and teaching.
What are we protecting them from?
From me.
Those are real size. Like y'all sitting there waiting to get stabbed. Look at him. He's like, these American children soft, man. It's soft life.
Because this place is dangerous and you shouldn't be here.
Are you that scared of a little competition? Can't you
Okay.
get the idea of someone coming after the Queen Cobra's crown?
All right, we're right back to misjudging people.
Slow down, man. You're making us all look bad.
He's 13. He's got energy.
Hey, just remember, man, I'm number one around here, okay?
You've never been number one. Not one day in your life.
Miss Nichols is a clear leader. Wouldn't you agree?
Not
She
really.
is but as a leader, there is room for improvement.
Agreed. She needs to actually know where her own head is at.
The leaders will rise or they will crumble.
Oh, I should have thought to say
I
fall.
like that.
I'm sure you would.
Can't believe you're doing this.
You think I want to be here? Amanda's right.
Daniel's like, I've been to prison way more times since I've known you, Johnny, than I have ever been in my life. First to look for Robbie, then to see Robbie.
I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to you.
I'm 12.
Yeah, well, I know exactly what Terry's planning. But if you think I'm going to help you, then you two don't know jack shit.
Fine, rot. Bye. It was worth a shot.
She put it behind your back. Use your hands free to defend.
Okay, but I don't even know how to use my hands yet.
What was I about to say?
Sounds like it.
Okay, let's not go here, Miguel.
Dude, if you want me to, I'll kick his ass.
Can you breathe? Eli, have we learned nothing from last season?
Okay, cool now. Besides, I'm pretty sure they're just catching up.
Yes, that is the way to go, Miguel. Trust her, even if you don't trust Robbie.
Yep. It's pretty durable.
Good.
And now, you are dead. The world is made up of two kinds of people.
He's like,
Leaders
my invention.
and followers. Cobra Kai, like a military unit, needs both.
You're not a military unit, though. These are children. And child soldiers are wrong, morally and
The goal of each
emotionally
round
and
is to score points
just
against an
generally.
opponent.
Boys, you'll stay here and spar with Sensei Odell. All right.
Oh, he took off the ring. You ain't gonna have to kiss it yet, I guess. I'm actually happy to see more people of color, like black people, being displayed as martial artists, because there's quite a few that are in the industry and they just don't get the same kind of recognition, you know? Not since the 90s anyways, with your Michael Jai Whites and Wesley Snipes. If you don't know who that is, Gen Z, Google it.
Listen to me, man.
It's black on black crime.
You know your role. Stay on damn lane. Come on.
Why are you talking so much?
All right. And now, sorry, look off the mat.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fighting stunts.
Damn.
Listen to me. And then you want to work together? Stick my way.
All right, get your ass kicked then.
Go to your left.
Your other left. Okay.
What was that sound? Was that pain?
Just a cracked rib. It's fine.
Not exist.
The newspaper clipping. I should have known it was you. Who helped you get that to my house?
I got my ways.
Do you not have door cams? Who does not have a ring cam these days, Daniel?
I'm here because Terry was tight with the DA and I couldn't afford a realtor. Oh, please.
It's what you deserve.
What if I could help get you out?
Yeah, I
Silver
could.
isn't the only one with resources.
Hmm.
I can get a lawyer.
He's like, I'm rich, remember?
Or at the very
Oh, you gonna help him get out of here?
Johnny, it's worth the sacrifice. It's the only way.
I mean, you gotta give him something.
Right?
God knows priest does nothing out of the goodness of whatever that black tar is in his chest he calls a heart. So you're about to lose your 2 eggs.
Come on, please don't.
I'd sacrifice the one that doesn't belong to you.
Bird's a pheasant.
Ew. How did you not see him? Why are you... Yeah, you looked so long. Not him with a spear. Sam, are you the only one who's gonna come out of this?
Get it, old man.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Daniel's car.
I get up.
Clearly. Exactly.
Shut up. Talk to me.
All right.
Dude, if this is about the Mohawk, I'm sorry. But if anybody knows how Cobra Kai can turn you into an asshole, it's you. Oh, so I'm an asshole. Yeah,
You
let's
were.
see. You attacked me and Sam at the mall. You broke Dimitri's arm. You trashed this entire dojo.
Mhm.
Enough.
As I was saying, y'all didn't realize Sam the only one left standing? Oh, I forgot about Miguel. Sorry, boo.
You're back in karate.
Yeah. I'm just as surprised as you are.
Is this the time to have this
I
convo?
just needed to.
I'd love it if Chozen was just standing between the two of them ready to like strike the second this is over.
Honestly, I think us not being together actually helped Robbie and I get along for once, so thanks.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Done having your moment?
Missing.
Y'all was way distracted. Way distracted. Who's gonna clean all this egg up? This is a dojo. This is Miyagi's dojo. If he was here, he would smack you with one of his janitorial tools.
Screw this, man. I'm done being a punching bag. Get up there. I got a defective follow. Hey, this shit is muted. Hey,
Yeah.
my office.
Oh. He's not wrong, but at the same time, if you're trying to teach, teamwork or whatever. His whole office looks like a den of evil, I just want to say. Broad daylight, and yet it still looks like an underground club in there.
Robbie Keane. And now you're following Mr. Park.
Isn't that the point of the exercise?
He's not talking about the exercise.
But it was only after I listened to my own instincts that I reached my potential.
Of being insanely
I've seen
hot.
the best fighters in the valley. I believe you have more potential than any of them.
To be evil.
You said Kyler was the leader.
Did I?
He said y'all were partners.
Why did you assume that?
Because he's older and he has confident personality.
Stop.
See, I half agree with this. It's true you shouldn't be a follower, but at the same time, he's also like 14. Do ask some questions, but yes, he should have his own path.
Do you really want to end Cobra Kai, Johnny? Cobra Kai is not the problem.
It
It's
is.
Silver.
No, it's you.
Everything I did was for you. Caruso Miyagi.
You want to know why I'm in this fight? So I can erase everything you did. Every mark you left. Every memory of you.
He said what he said. He ain't your son no more.
At first, you gotta hold up your end. Tell us what Silver's up to.
Yeah, he's not a dummy. I might tell you. It better be the truth, too. What an interesting moment between those two. Oh, what? Now we're gonna cook one? You just wasted a dozen eggs.
You must learn to adapt. Or soon, you would be extinct. Take new eggs. Try again.
This is so wasteful. There are children starving in Africa.
I mean, even if you're a level 85, you can't mount an attack on the Grand Realm alone.
Exactly. You need a team, and everybody has a special.
Everyone else is like, we're not gamers. I have no idea what you're talking about.
As one.
Yeah. Can't solo a dungeon, man. Well, actually, you can if you have enough gear, but we're not going to go there.
This is gonna work.
He's right.
Oh no.
Cobra Kai might be badasses, but most of them could not take all if you want at once. Ooh, what a gorgeous shot that was.
Oh shit.
Going through like a little ninja. Sorry, samurai. Japanese. He like holding on to the stick. Sir. That's right, Sam. Bring it. There we go. Working together. I saw the stunt double on that one, but that's okay. Not bad. Eggs are still intact. Oh, there we go. We're moving together now. There you. Look at y'all catching on. There's hope for you.
Snake, concede.
I'd laugh if you just ran over and just smashed the eggs now.
Now that you have learned to work together, I will teach you how to master your defense. Yush! 気をつけ! Hey,
There we go. Oh, look at y'all learning Japanese too. What a smart class. A+ is all around. Then there's these guys.
That's what I've been trying to do since I got here.
We're here to fight, not gossip.
Yeah.
Dominance requires sacrifice.
Are you just mad because you don't have any friends? Is that what this is about? We can be friends with you, Auntie.
If you had sacrificed your pawn, you might have scored that point.
There are no points in the real world.
But there are in this exercise. So you lose.
Interesting. Going against what Kreese taught. Kids are going to be so damn confused.
A new strategy, perhaps?
I don't know, Sensei. Might need a new follower.
We'll see for ourselves.
Follower? Okay. Mr. Park needs his ass whooped again.
Oh, yeah?
Alright.
You better not miss.
My brother in the back's just like, alright, I guess I'll just hang or whatever. I took a ring off and nothing.
Winner!
Use the distraction.
I remember.
Play dirty. Welcome back, 80s actors. Oh, who's that? Oh, is that the girl who's in the dojo now, who's like grown up and yelling at people? Is her job just... Well, I was gonna say if her job was to keep those safe, she just failed.
My focus is on the dojo. That's why I bought it for you.
Thank you, sugar daddy. I also want a fancy car and a nice apartment, if you're granting wishes.
I'm about to do you one better. It's called the Sekai Taikai, the top karate tournament in the world.
Oh, we're leveling up outside of the All Valley.
But with the resources, our way will be the way.
You gotta give Terry props. He's always been a big thinker. There's a reason why he's rich.
In fact, there's this new kid. I got a feeling about Terry. I think that he could be our best ever.
He's like, all right, peasant.
But if you change your mind,
That ponytail extension's
I'll
terrible.
be here for you.
They really had the wrong stylist for that one.
Silver's gonna enter Cobra Kai in another tournament?
Not just another tournament.
The tournament.
The biggest tournament in the world.
Cobra Kai goes global.
It's gonna be harder for him to control at that point. You guys don't have to worry that much.
You may have found the world.
Sorry, I love that.
You're
Buxton Park's like, hey Kenny, hi.
I think I've held up my end of the deal.
I'd say so.
The lawyer's number.
Daniel! Daniel!
You actually think that you're going to be able to take him down without me?
Enjoy rotting in your cell.
They're both so hot right now. They are both so hot right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had a feeling since they were taking so long to focus on it that maybe they did a little switcheroonie, but I'm sorry, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it only because, you know what, that man was talking mad smack in there when they first got there, and God knows he's already talked so much smack about Mr. Miyagi's memory, he deserves to stay in there a little longer. Now look, it's true, he didn't deserve to go to jail for this because he didn't do it, but the truth will come out eventually, but it doesn't have to be by Daniel. Because God knows if the situation was reversed, Terry would never let Daniel out of jail, so I'm okay with it. Plus, he's fine in jail now. You see, he's got his whole little squad. He probably even has himself a little, you know, prison buddy, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he's probably got it all set up. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, guys, so that was episode 7, and really fun exercise with the kids, with the egg, and the whole idea around trying to protect something. I love the metaphor of the bird versus the snake, and how something that might seem small and endangered and maybe even weak can still show signs of strength. I mean, he used the bird, but there's so many examples in nature, like a porcupine, for example, or I mean, really, when you think about a snake, a snake's not all snakes are that big, but they can be deadly poisonous, or even there's some frogs out there that are deadly poisonous. So again, point being, size is not necessarily always an indicator of strength, and Miyagi-Do has always been about being more smart about the way you fight versus being the strongest one out there. And we know that Cobra Kai, at least the Cobra Kai that Terry is doing right now, is very much based on force and aggression and kind of beating everyone into submission. But the ways around that is not necessarily returning with equal force, but trying to figure out a way to maneuver around it or even channel that energy elsewhere so that they tire themselves out. But coming back, really cute exercise with the group, and I think that was necessary too, because we still had, of course, some of Cobra Kai, some of Miyagi-Do, some of Eagle Fang all mixed in there. And even though most of them were friends, we know there was a lot of divisions and mix-ups and all kinds of confusion last season. So it was really good to see this exercise kind of remind them all that they're on the same team. Especially we saw that there was still a little bit of beef between Eli and Robbie, which was completely unnecessary, let's be real. But understandable, because I forgot about the fact that Eli was the one who, that Robbie was the one that shaved off Hawk's hawk. But again, Robbie apologized. I think he's done that. I'm not sure if this is the first time he apologized, actually. Maybe it was. But I feel like if Eli was really just trying to get over his ego, he'd realize that Robbie's not that, the energy's not even the same anymore. And if Miguel of all people was like, Robbie's cool now, like, we're chill, he should have believed that. But whatever, he needed to say his piece. And I kind of like that Robbie had to remind him. He's like, you're coming at me for doing that to you. Let's list off the litany of things you did to myself, to half the people in this dojo. Like, do we really want to bring that up, especially after last season, how hard you had to work to get people to just talk to you again? Sometimes people forget that none of us can really throw stones. Almost all of us live in glass houses when it comes to something in our lives. So just be careful about where you're throwing those rocks. But anyhow, by the end of the exercise, they recognize that they need to move together. They need to move as a unit. Because Cobra Kai is going to try to pick them off individually, and we've seen that, right? That's how bullies work. Bullies don't go up against groups of people. They pick one person, right? They pick one isolated person typically, and that's who they go after, because chances are they're not going to get help, and it's very easy to overpower one person, especially if you're a group, versus you trying to go up against a bunch of people. And so, great lesson for them. I like the metaphor, and I like that, he got to establish himself as a different type of sensei, and I love the way that the kids described him. It's like he's got the same type of metaphors and moral sense as Daniel, but he's got the aggression of Johnny. So he's kind of this perfect amalgam of the two of them, which is great, because I do think that Johnny and Daniel always needed somebody as kind of a catalyst to work between their two styles and their personalities. On the other side, we saw that Terry is saying he needs to figure out which students he needs to represent the dojo going into what we now know is going to be a big competition. He needs to kind of weed out who is the best in his dojo and who necessarily wouldn't be. And he was saying he wants Tori to do it, but of course his little trainee there is his co-sensei is like, nah, like, I don't trust her. She didn't say that, but that's pretty much what she's been giving off since last episode, that she doesn't really trust Tori, and she's not wrong, right? She's clearly picking up on the fact that Tori's faking it. But anyway, she's like, let me test them and see who really shines as the kind of person who's going to carry the values of our form of martial arts, not necessarily martial arts in general. And of course, they had this little mini tournament in there for points. And we saw that Tori was matched up with, I keep forgetting her name, but the girl from Eagle Fang. And of course, the girl from Eagle Fang is very confused because she wants to learn from Tori because she thinks that Tori's the champion. And I don't fault her in the sense of I really love a person who's very determined to do better and be better. Like, she's clearly someone who doesn't give up easily, and that's a great trait to have. But she's kind of prejudging that Tori's distance from her must be because of her looking down on her. And again, it's not completely misplaced, because Tori has definitely earned that reputation with all of her bullying and being a part of Cobra Kai up until now. However, in this case, she's not right? I think if she, again, was taking a minute to kind of take in Tori's energy, she'd realize that's not really what this is about. Like, Tori's just really trying to just keep to herself in general. But anyhow, we see that Tori's already exhibiting things that this new sensei doesn't like. The fact that she wanted to protect her partner, wanted to work together. That's not what Cobra Kai's ever been about. Cobra Kai has been about individualism, rising to the top on your own. Screw everybody, including your teammates, if it means winning. Ever since the first movie, that's very much been the idea, right? We saw that when, Kreese was saying to Bobby, go out there and disqualify yourself because it's for the team, even though it really wasn't for the team, and it was sure as heck wasn't for Bobby, right? So anyways, that's already showing that Tori's thinking and that her heart is shifting away from kind of the way that Cobra Kai, well, I should say, Kreese would have never encouraged them necessarily to turn against each other within the dojo, I'll give him that. Versus Silver, who's very much trying to get them all as individual, like, you need to do your own thing. And we saw more of that reinforced when he talked to Kenny, saying, Kenny, you need to start thinking for yourself, doing things for yourself, because he's like, I relate to you in that, but I started to listen to myself and do what I want to do, and that's why, we are where we are. But as I said in the episode, with that whole speech, just jumping into Kenny while we're talking about it, I do agree that no one should be a follower, because when you're a follower, that's exactly how you could potentially get into situations that you don't want to be in and things that could be very hurtful to you. But at the same time, you do need to look for guidance. Like, there's a reason why we're in a social world, right? We are social creatures. You do need people to kind of give you a barometer or a compass of what's going on outside of your own head, because we can't see and know everything. So there needs to be a balance of having your own sense of self, but not being afraid to ask for help or guidance when necessary. Whereas Terry is very much in his own head right now. And he's a narcissist, right? So is Kreese. But anyway, that's not necessarily the best example. So that, like I said, that speech, I half agreed with it, and I see where he's coming from, but he's coming from a very traumatized and violent place too, and that's not what Kenny needs. And the fact that he talked to Kenny about the fact that his dad was in the military, mom's not around, brother left, like, he's really digging into some of the trauma that Kenny has, and this is the part that makes it difficult, because that's going to make Kenny latch on to Silver a lot more than he probably would have otherwise. So yeah, I don't think that we're going to see a redemption arc for him anytime soon, unfortunately, because I do think he's going to get very emotionally involved with this. And not because it's Cobra Kai, but just because of what it's giving him in place of what's missing in his life, which is clearly that family presence, right? So anyway, so yeah, that's where Cobra Kai is going. I feel like Tori, even though she's still in the dojo, like I said, that new sensei's definitely got her eye on her, and Tori's definitely gonna have to tread carefully if she doesn't want to get caught, but I have a feeling she will be, because like I said, this new sensei is definitely onto her to some degree. And outside of that, of course, we had the Daniel and Johnny and Kreese meeting in the prison, and we finally got some insight into where Terry's taking this, what his ideas are. I mean, global made sense to me, because he said that in a couple episodes ago when he said, I'm thinking beyond the valley. So I was like, yeah, of course, at least the US, like possibly more. But now we know that there's going to be a global tournament, which is exciting. I like the idea of having a bunch of new extras come in from, potentially outside of LA, for the show, because we've had a lot of the whole Owl Valley thing. And again, I like that they're bringing in some fresh stuff with Silver now, because while Owl Valley and those things are still very intrinsic to the Karate Kid culture, I feel like at season 5, we're ready to start moving past that. So that's exciting. But also showing that little girl who was in that scene, I have to think that's the girl that's now, or the woman, I should say, that's working under Terry now. So getting some connections there. And of course, there was a very interesting scene between Johnny and Kreese where, again, Kreese is trying to connect with Johnny, because in Kreese's mind, and I would say somewhere in the shattered little shell of a heart he's got left, he does look at Johnny as a son, and he's trying to connect with him, and Johnny is like, no, dude, like, I want nothing to do with you. Like, he just let all that hurt come out again with Kreese, and you can see genuine shock. Like, I don't think Kreese realized how deeply Johnny has been hurt by him, so I do think he wants to repair that in some way, but he's not sure how to do that, because he's never really had to do things the soft way. So anyway, I just thought it was a very interesting exchange. Not necessarily good or bad, but just a very real and raw moment between the two of them. So we'll see what Kreese does with that. Although at the end, he got screwed over by both of them, which, like I said, I have to laugh. Like, in one sense, it's kind of sucky, because yes, he did keep up his end of the bargain. But I'm kind of proud of Daniel. I'm sorry, Daniel, the old Daniel would never have thought of doing that. He probably would have, gone along with it out of the moral duty of it all. But I'm kind of glad that he just, slipped a little into his Cobra Kai side there and said, actually, nah, I'm not getting you out of jail. I need to handle one demon at a time. But anyhow, I have a feeling that he might come out. I'm not sure. I should take a look to see how the actor who plays Kreese is doing. He hasn't been in a lot of episodes. I notice he's doing a lot of sitting, not a lot of moving. So I'm wondering if his health is okay. There might be a reason why they're keeping him kind of minimized in this series or this season right now. So I'm hoping he's okay. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does turn out he stays in prison for the rest of the season. But if not, it'll be interesting to see how he feels and whether or not he's going to try to take revenge or actually use it as an opportunity to try to repair what he has with Johnny and obviously foster his relationship with Tori. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the episode. That was super fun. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where we're going to go from here. We only have a few episodes left. I'm not thinking we're going to hit the tournament, but I don't know. Last season, we definitely had a couple of big time jumps in the last few episodes. We might do that again, but if not, I'd be perfectly happy on ending on some sort of, some sort of impasse between all of these groups, because it feels like they've done a lot of build up for the Silver stuff. So I'd be surprised if they ended all here. And if we do end it on a cliffhanger, I'm very interested to know what that might be. And I'm still curious to see whether or not we're going to have any return of Miguel's father, or if we're going to see more of Mike Barnes. So we'll just have to keep watching to find out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.